Video is determining an equation from a graph. We learned how to graph them with CABD, so if we can find the CABD value, we are golden. First thing that you want to do is highlight a wave. It can be positive sign, positive cosine, or negative cosine, and there's an infinite amount of correct answers to these. What I'm going to do, because one that's popping out to me, is this positive cosine. So that's where my eyes are going to focus on when I'm finding my information. Regardless of which wave you pick, you will still have the same center line. That's this line right down through the middle. If it's labeled, great. This one's not. But I do know the top is 15 and the bottom is 3. So if I want to find the middle of those, I will average these two numbers by adding them together and getting 18 and dividing by 2 and getting 9. If this is 9, from 9 to 15 or 9 down to 3, they are all 6 apart. Since I chose a positive cosine wave, I made sure my amplitude was positive when I wrote it there so I'd be ready for my equation. The next thing, B. Well, to get B, you take 2 pi normally, but since this is in degrees, I'm going to use this formula at the top, 360 over B. So 360 divided by B will give you the period. This period, or this wave, starts at 20 and ends at 200. So that means that it is 180 wide. Some of you can look right at that and solve, because you know 360 divided by the certain number gives you 180. You won't always know that, so maybe you want to cross multiply. The one diagonal gives you 360. The other one gives you 180b. Divide by 180. And my b is 2. This particular wave starts at positive 20. So we actually will write negative 20. You always flip the sign here when you're putting it in the equation. Now you're ready to go. Y equals 9 plus 6. We chose cosine. 2 x minus 20. Please get in the habit of putting brackets around everything behind cosine. I'm going to do one more. I'm going to try, let's try number 9. If I look at number 9, actually, I think I'm going to try a different one. I was going to do 9, but let's see. I want to find one that I could do a nice, easy, maybe a slightly different one. Yeah, here we go. Let's look at 9, but let's highlight this one right here. So I actually highlighted a negative cosine wave. I could also highlight sine waves, but I see this negative one pretty easily. CABD, center line is marked. It is 5. From 5 to the top is 2. However, since I highlighted a negative cosine wave, I will make my amplitude negative. If you look down here, this is pi, so this is in radian measure. So 2 pi divided by b will give you the period. Well, this is from negative 1/3 pi all the way to positive 2/3 pi. If you subtract 2/3 pi minus a negative 1/3 pi, I would get 3/3 pi, or 1 pi. Cross multiply, 2 pi times 1, 2 pi. B times pi, b pi. Pi's cross out, b is 2. This particular wave starts at negative pi over 3, so I will actually write positive pi over 3. Now I'm ready for my equation. Y equals 5 minus 2 cosine 2 x plus pi over 3. Running off my page here. And again, get in the habit of putting everything behind the cosine in brackets. If we look at number 8, this one is in degrees, so you'll use 360 again, but you could, highlight a negative sine wave, just to show you what you could do. Up here, you could highlight a positive sign. So you could do positive sine, negative cosine, whichever wave jumps out at you, as long as you find the starting value, and you make sure you choose the right sign for your A, you will be good. And that ends writing equations from trig graphs.